Hey there, welcome to another movie about Bitcoin news. In the last film, I said I didn't think there would be much going on today. Things haven't been very exciting. I still need to make one more follow up film before the daily candle goes out. It's a little early, but it's the weekend. We'd like to look at the structures here. There are some ideas and things I want to talk about that I didn't cover in the last movie. First things first. The rise we're seeing here could be a B wave, or it could be wave C of B. In fact, it could be a WXY. But let's keep things easy. We can keep track of it that way because it has an ABC layout. This is really broken, okay? It's a really weak system. So get ready for things to change and evolve. On the plus, the structure is a huge mess because we have a corrective rise going on. The white wave count says that it could be a 5 wave move: wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 3, wave 4. That's still possible, but wave 5 is pretty long. Now, the idea that it's a 5 wave move doesn't fit as well, but it's still true. Based on these two wave counts, that gives us two important support areas. Yes, you could if you're looking for a swing trade. That's not a suggestion, it's just what I think anyone looking for a swing trade here should do. This picture shows the whole building as a triangle. You can then go a little lower, and there are two support places in that case. The bottom one is more important unless you're really into microstructures. It would be the lower support area for a swing move. It's around 57,480 to 54,280. Based on Elliott wave theory, one way to get into positions is to add a little here and a little more there when the price goes down. But at some point, you have to get out of the trade. That could be done below the box or below the low from September 6th. Please keep in mind that this is what I see as a B wave slowdown, and B waves are very weak. Okay, they do sometimes go too far to the bad. If your stop is too tight, you could get stopped out, but the price could still go up because the pattern as a whole might work out. It's not necessary to be exact with these Fibonacci levels, even though the price often does hit them and turn around. Instead, think of them as interesting places to keep an eye on. And sometimes, especially with B waves, they might break them before we go higher. Of course, this is just my general thought. This is where the chance is for a long trade, or we might never get there. That's why you can always start here a little lower. Another thing I need to say is that I don't think this bigger a BC structure is very strong. It could easily break. Okay, so the chances of support holding are low based on the following, in light of this very messy structure. The idea behind this is that it's an A wave, not a wave 1. It's an A wave that's part of a bigger ABC structure in wave 3 of a diagonal. This structure really makes us doubt ourselves, so we need to be ready for changes and shocks. So I don't have a high, or let's just say I don't have one. I'm not sure about this system. Support doesn't seem very likely to me. The framework is weak, it's likely to change. In this case, Elliott wave is telling us the same thing. We need to be ready for things to change. In that case, you might not want to be too hostile, you might want to trade less. You should be a little more careful, you might even try to avoid it. You are free to do that. I can only explain how it works. In the short run, the yellow count lets prices go straight up, even though this is where the better opportunity lies. This is what will be really interesting if we really break the top support, but we might never get there. Okay? Based on the yellow wave count, we could go up more quickly if we find micro support between 59,180 and 59,970. Any break below 59,180 would be the first sign that a bigger B wave, which is shown in white, is actually happening. And that's what I'd like to see happen, the price going down, but we might never get there. Okay, so we need some proof to get a sense of how the price is really beginning to move toward this area. Still, as I've said a few times now, I'm keeping an eye out for prices to go up. As long as we're holding, this could happen right away. 59,180, we could move up in wave 5 of 3, then 4, then 5, and we go higher according to this count. Alternatively, we could get a good pullback first, which would give us a chance, and then we can recover from there. But as I already said, even though I expect that, it's not a very firm belief I hold. What the market as a whole tells me in this case is to be ready for shocks. But it makes sense to think that the price will reach 67,000. Why does that happen? That comes from what's going on. Fibonacci extensions, we measure how long this first rise has been from the low point on August 5th. We look at that and compare it to the present rally. 67,000 is a key target for that B wave. At least I'd like to see that. As long as the base stays in place, it could be even higher. The next big level up is 74,000, but that's not at all the same story. First, let's try to reach 67k. Just so I don't forget, you voted again on Twitter for X for a coin that I can look at. Today I did that. The video is already up there. It's for Casper. A lot of people chose not KS, it's not Casper, it's CSP SPR. Well, you could pick from a few, but most people wanted to see Casper. Most likely because it's raining really hard. If you're interested, that's on Twitter. The link is in the text. Then I believe that all eyes should be on the upper support area right now. We don't really expect much, as I said today. It looks a bit like a 5-wave move down right now, but it's only been going on for a short time. So it's possible that 59,180 is snapping. That this would only be wave A. After this, wave B would bounce back, and then wave C would come in. In a perfect world, this is what I'd like to see because it presents a chance. I think that's the better structure, but I have to put yellow on the chart because that fifth wave in white is getting longer, which is pretty rough. That's all the news about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the news. Please leave a review and click like if you did. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy the videos a lot, please look into becoming a member of the channel. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter for more posts. Thank you very much for watching.